Alright, Shalom Israel. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 125th Street in New York in the command name GEN.YAHANNA. I'm Christian Officer Yakad. I'm Christian Officer
Michael.
Right, and today we're going to begin today's Sabbath service. So we say Matthew, stand. Yeah. Sir?
La Yashala, Israel.
You say Majam or Kodam, which is the rise and face east. Sa, which means a turn.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Wadash. Aya. Shamka. Yahweh. Malabaka. Taba'a. Ratazaka. Aya. Aisha. Arataza. Kawa. Haya. Shemayim. Latana now. Lakam. Ka. Yawam. Wasalakna. Awatna. Asalakna. Awatna. Wala'a. Abiyanawa. Wanasayawan. Washina. Ayan. Right. Aya. Aka. Amalaka. Ala. Wataparat. I will love you.
Man. In the English we said, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. We're going to see the Hakat or the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Babakashah, the thunder now, Hakat, Arapa, Kalmadawo, Hakat, Lata, Atamazarian, Hakat, Hakwaya, Amatea, Hakat, Irakawat, Atamayala, Lagarashan, Bahashem, Yahushai, Wada Aman. In the English, it just said, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us a power to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, power to cleanse the leper, power to raise the dead, power to clean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. We're going to say, bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Rakanawa, Barashala, Wabaya, Sapari, Rock, Rapa, Magan, Bahashem, Yahushai, Tawada Aman. In the English, we just said as Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us, and Israel, and the school, bless, heal, she, protect our loved ones, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. We're going to say Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha, Ayanya, Al-Harayam, Mahayan, Yabaa, Isaiah, Mahayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Warataza, Aliatan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Ana, La'a, Yanaham, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Yashal, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Ayliad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wa'arak, Bayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makalrai, Yashama, Naspaka, Yahweh, Yashama, Tazahaka, Wabawaka, Ma'aita, Wa'id, Aiwalam. Psalm 121 in the English.
I will lift up my eyes.
I will lift up my eyes
unto the hills.
unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
Whence cometh my help?
My help comes from the Lord.
My help comes from the Lord.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee,
He that keepeth thee,
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he that
Israel,
keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor
shall
sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy
The
keeper.
Lord is shade upon thy right
The
hand.
Lord is shade upon thy right
The
hand.
sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by
Nor
day,
the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve thee.
The Lord shall preserve
from
thee
all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve
The
thy
Lord
soul.
shall preserve thy going
The
out
Lord shall preserve thy
and
going
thy
out
coming
and thy coming
from this time
from
forth,
this time forth,
even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore. We're going to say Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashapah.
Al-Kayahana.
Al-Tayahana.
Awabayaka.
Al-Yabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Maka.
Al-Maka.
Yahaya Yamwa.
Yahaya Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Aitazawa.
Aitazawa.
Aitazapawanka.
Aitazapawanka.
Amarka.
Amarka.
Lakawa.
Makawa.
Wanakadium.
Wanakadium.
Magawia.
Magawi.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yazaka.
Yazaka.
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yashala.
Aiwada.
Aiwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakarwa.
Yakari.
Aliaka.
Ayaka.
Baria.
Baria.
Yakaratwa.
Akaratwa.
Ahayala.
Ahayala.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Aliyah.
Aliyah.
Alayam. Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarayam.
Wahagarayam.
Yabal.
Yabal.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimawan.
Wa'aimalak.
Wa'aimalak.
Falashat.
Falashat.
Ain Yashabia.
Ain Yashabia.
Tazawo.
Tazawo.
Gam Ashawo.
Gam Ashawo.
Nalawo.
Nalawo.
Aimam.
Aimam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zarawai.
Zarawai.
Labanya Lawat.
Labanya Lawat. Salah.
Aishalaham.
Aishalaham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasaya.
Kasaya.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Kayabian.
Kayabian.
Banakaz.
Banakaz.
Kwayashwan.
Kwayashwan.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayan Daira.
Bayan Daira.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
La Adama.
La Adama.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Nada.
Nada.
Nada Yahmawa.
Nada Yahmawa.
Kairab.
Kairab.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba.
Wakata Zalmanai.
Wakata Zamanai.
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Kal Nasayakamwa.
Asha.
Asha.
Amara.
Amaro.
Nayarash.
Nayarash.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Atna Atwat.
Atna Atwat.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahayim.
Shayatamwa.
Shayatamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Taradakma.
Taradakma.
Basaraika.
Basaraika.
Wawasa.
Wawasa.
Wapatka.
Wapatka.
Tabahalam.
Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Mala'a.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayabadwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kayata.
Kayata.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labadka.
Labadka.
Ayawan.
Ayawan.
Alkaha.
Alkaha.
Aratasa.
Aratasa. I'm going to say somebody treat in the English. Keep not silent, O God.
Keep not silent, O God.
Hold on thy peace.
Hold on thy peace.
And be not still, O
God.
For lo, thy
enemies
make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
have
lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off. From being a nation. In the name of Israel. There no one remember. For they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. Tabernacle of Edom. And the Ishmaelites. Moab. And Hagarene. Baal. Ammon. Amalek. And the Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Assur is also joined with them. They are falcon. Children of blood. Salah. Do unto them. Unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. And the brook of Kissel. Which parish of Endor. Became as dung for the earth. Make their noble. Like Horeb. Like Zee.
Yea,
all the princes, as the Azalumuna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheat, and to stubble before the wind, as the fire burning wood, as the flames set in the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may see thy name, O Lord. Let them be confounded, and trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, are the Most High over all the earth. Psalm, which means the two. The Shabbat, which means to be seated. Then we're going to continue the reading from the book of Joshua, chapter 11, and from verse 6. And we will begin in Hebrew. Yes. Book of Joshua, chapter 11, and verse 6. Wayama Yahweh, Allah Yahweh Shai, Allah Tayara, Mapanayam, Kaya, Maka, Ka'aita, Azata, Anakaya, Nathan, Kalam, Kalayam, Lapanya, Yasha'ala, Sawasahayam, Ta'aikwa, Wa'ata, Marakaba Thaham, Tasharab, Pa'ash, Salake, Ba'ash, verse 7. Wayaba'a, Yahushai, Walak, Aima, Amalak, Aimawa, Aliyaham, Al, Maya, Marwa, Fata'ama, Wayapalawa, Baham, verse 8. Wayatanam, Yahweh, Bayad, Yasha'ala, Wayakamawa, Wayarada Pawam. So like Wayara the Pamawam, Wama, Aida, Tazayadawan, Rabah, Wa'aida, Masharapawa, Mayam, Wa'aida, Bakwa'aitha, Matazak, Mazarak, Mayakam, Aida, Balataya, Hasha'aya, Sharayad, verse 9. Aisha, Laham, Yahawashai, Ka'asha, Amara, Lawa, Yahawah, Af, Sawasayaham, Aikora, Wa'ata, Maraka Batayaham, Sharap, Ba'asha, verse 10. Wayashab, Yahawashai, Ba'aitha, Hahaya, ويلاقد ويلاقد كتزاو وأتا ملاك حكا بكراب كيا أكرم لأما نواتنا سلاكيا نواتارا كا نشما وأتا كاتزارو شراب بأش with 12 وأتا كال أريا هملاكيوم هألا وأتا كال ملكايهم لكال يهوشاي ويكم لا بيا كرا أكرايم أوافم كأشا تزوا مشا أيباد يهو.
The book of Joshua, chapter 6 and verse, chapter 11 and verse 6. And the Lord said unto Joshua, be not afraid because of them, for tomorrow about this time I will deliver them up all slain before Israel. Thou shalt do their horses and burn their chariots with fire. Verse 7. So Joshua came, and all the people of war with him, against them by the waters of Merom suddenly, and they fell upon them. Verse 8. And the Lord delivered them into the hand of Israel, who smote them and chased them unto great Zidon, and unto Meresopotami, and unto the valley of Mizpeh eastward, and they smote them until they left none remaining. Verse 9. And Joshua did unto them as the Lord bade. He harrowed their horses and burned their chariots with fire. Verse 10. And Joshua at that time turned back and took Hazor, and smote the king thereof with the sword, for Hazor before time was the head of all those kingdoms. Verse 11. And they smote all the souls that were therein with the edge of the sword, utterly destroying them. There was not any left to breathe. He burnt Hazor with fire. Verse 12. And all the cities of those kings, and all the kings of them, did Joshua take, and smote them with the edge of the sword, and he utterly destroyed them, as Moses, the servant of the Lord, commanded.
So again, we see here where Joshua, and our son, is following the instructions they passed down to him, and our son previously from Moses. As you know, Joshua is now leading the children of Israel to go and take the promised land. You understand, from all these other nations, these lands that was promised by the Most High for the children of Israel. So even as we look at today, and we see the so-called Jewish man, you understand, who is not the real Jew in the land of Israel. That land is not his own. That is our land. You understand, that the Most High gave to us by promise, that we fought, you understand, and took away from all these other nations. But as you know, that time, you understand, when we will get back our land is when our king Yahushua returns. You understand? That is when we will be placed back in our land. You understand? As we know, these nations have conspired, come together. They have been confederate. Psalm 83. You understand? That we continue to read. You understand? To understand how these nations come up against us. So that's what
Yes, like I said, and we bring out they so heavy. You understand? And it just showing you that just how everybody that say that God love everybody. This is what you start on. You understand? When you go into the history of Israel, right? all these kings of these other nations that did wickedness in the sight of the Lord used the children of Israel to remove them from the face of the earth.
That's right.
Understand? So we wasn't holding hands with everybody. You understand? Right? That's how the Christian church would like to put it today. Right? The Lord used to remove them from the face of the earth. Right? That is like the other thing.
So we continue reading in the book of Joshua, chapter 11 and verse 12. Wata, Kal, Ariyah, Amalakiam, Ha'ala, Wata, Kal, Malakiam, Lakal, Yahweh Wayakam, Lapanya, Karam, Hakarayim, Awatham, Ha'asha, Tazawa, Masha, Ibad, Yahweh, Vistatin, Rakwa, Kal, Ha'iriam, Ha'imadawa, Al, Salam, La'a, Sharapam, Yasha'ala, Zawalathaya, Katazawa, Katazawa, Labada, Sharap, Yahweh verse 14. Wakal, Shalal, Ha'iriam, Ha'ala, Wahaba, Hama, Bazazawa, Laham, Banya, Yasha'ala, Rakwa, Kal, Ha'adam, Hakawa, Lapanya, Karal, Aida, Hashamadawa, Hashamadam, Wata, La'a, Hashayara, Hasharawa, Kal, Nashama, verse 15. Ka'asha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha, Ibadawa, Khan, Tazawa, Masha, Yahweh, Wakan, Aishawa, Yahweh, La'a, Azayara, Ibada, Bakal, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha, 16. Wayakwaka, Yahweh, Kal, Ha'arataza, Haza'atha, Hahar, Wata, Kal, Hanaga, Wata, Kal, Arataza, Hagashana, Wata, Hashapa, Wata, Ha'irab, Wata, Hara, Yasha'ala, Washapala, 17. Mana, Hahara, Hakapala, Ha'aiwala, Wa'aida, Ba'al, Halabanyawa, Taka, Hara, Karamawan, Wata, Kal, Malakaham, Lakad, Wayakam, Wayama, Yatham, verse 18. Yam, Rabayam, Aisha, Yahushai, Kal, Amalakia, Ha'ala, Malakaham.
The book of Joshua chapter 11 and verse 13. But as for the cities that stood still in their strength, Israel burned none of them, save Hazor and all the spoil of these cities, and the cattle the children of Israel took for a prey unto themselves. But every man smote with the edge of the sword until they had destroyed them, neither left any to breathe. Verse 15. As the Lord commanded Moses his servant, So did Moses commanded Joshua, and so did Joshua. He left nothing undone of all that the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 16. So Joshua took all that land, the hills, and all the south country, and all the land of Goshen, and the valley, and the plain, and the mountain of Israel, and the valley of the same. Verse 17. Even from the mount of Halak, that goeth up to Seir, even unto Balgad, in the valley of Lebanon, under the Mount Hermon, and all the kings he took, and smote them, and slew them. Verse 18. Joshua made war a long time with all those kings. Verse 19. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All other took in battle.
So we see here once more where the nation of Israel, led by Joshua, is doing the commands of the Most High, doing the instruction, which is extremely important. You understand? Being black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, really understanding, you understand, how it is to function under authority, understanding how to be able to know, you understand, how to react, how to respond, how to follow, and how to do what is necessary for the Most High. So that kind of thing. So we'll continue the reading in the book of Joshua, chapter 11 and verse 19. La'a, Akata, Ayara, Asha, Ashalayaham, Allah, Manya, Yash'ala, Balataya, Akawaya, Yashabaya, Gaba'aiman, Hakal, Lakokawa, Bamalakam. Verse 20, Kaya, Ma'ata, Yahweh, Ayata, Lakazakwa, Labam, Lakora'ata, Amalakaham, Yash'ala, Lama'aina, Hakaraya Hama, Labalataya, Hayawat, Laham, Takana, Kaya, Lama'aina, Hashamaya Dam, Ka'asha, Tazawa, Yahweh, Masha, verse 21. Wayaba'a, Yahweh Shai, Aiba, Kahaya, Wayaka'arath, Ha'aina Kwayam, Man, Ahara, Man, Abarawan, Man, the Ba, Man, Aina, Wamakal, Hara, Yahawada, Wamakal, Hara, Yasha'ala, Aima, Irayaham, Hara, Yarama, Yahweh Shai. Verse 22. La'a, Nawathora, select Nawathora, Aina Payam, Ba'arataza, Banya, Yasha'ala, Rakwa, Ba'izah, Bagat, Waba'a, Waba, Ashadayawa, select Waba, Ashadawada, Nasha'arawa. Verse 23. Wayakwaka, Yahushai, Ka, Ha'arataza, Kaka, Asha, Deba, Yahweh, Allah, Masha, Wayatana, Yahushai, La Naka, La Yasha'ala, Kamakal, Kwatam, La Shabba Aitayaham, Waharataza, Shaquat, Mamalakaham. The book of Joshua chapter 12 and verse 1. Wa'alaham, Malakiah, Ha'aratiza, Ashar, Hakowa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wayarasha, Aratazam, Ba'a, Hayarad, Selaki Hayaradan, Mazakara, Hashamash, Manakal, Aranawan, Aida, Ra, Kara, Mowan, Wakal, Irab, Mazaka, Selaki Mazaraka, was 2. Sayakawan, Malak, Hamaraya, Hayawa Shah, Makasha Bawan, Mashal, Ma'ai Rawa, Salakia, Ma'ai Rawa Ira, Asha I, Shapa, Nakal, Aranawa, Wafwakal, Anakal, Wakatazaya, Agala Aida, Wa'aida, Yabakwa, Anakal, Gabawala, Banya, Imawan.
The book of Joshua, chapter 11 and verse 19. There was not a city that made peace with the children of Israel, save the Hivites, the inhabitants of Gibeon. All others took in battle. Verse 20. It was of the Lord to harden their hearts, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but he might destroy them, as the Lord commanded Moses. And at that time came Joshua and cut off the Anakims from the mountains of Hebron, from Debir, and from Anab, and from the mountains of Judah, and from all the mountains of Israel. Joshua destroyed them utterly with their cities. Verse 22. There was none of the Anakims left in the land of the children of Israel. Only in Gaza, in Gath, and in Ashdod there remained. Verse 23. So Joshua took the whole land, according to all that the Lord said unto Moses, and Joshua gave it to an inheritance according to the divisions by their tribes, and the land rested from war. The book of Joshua, chapter 12 and verse 1. Now these kings of the land with the children of Israel smote and possessed their land on the other side of Jordan toward the rising of the sun, from the river Arnon unto Mount Hermon, and all the plains on the east. Verse 2. Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and ruled over Aroah, which is upon the bank of Arnon, and from the middle of the river, and from half Gilead, even unto the river Jabbok, which is the border of the children of Ammon.
So we see once more again where the Most High, understand, gives specific instructions. And what we stand now in verse 20 in chapter 11, he says, for it was the Lord to harden their hearts, talking about these other nations, that they should come against Israel in battle, that he might destroy them utterly, and that they might have no favor, but that he might destroy them, as the Lord commanded Moses. So you see, where even Christianity commands, God love everybody, and that was the plan from the beginning, and all these kind of stuff that they do understand, what they're saying, to the fact that the Most High hardening these other nations' heart, so that the nation of Israel could destroy them, so that they could get their inheritance. You understand? And even now, today, you see where, where the so-called prophecies that the Most High is coming through in these last days, where the hearts of these nations are getting harmed. against the children of Israel once more, so that the children of Israel would see and understand that there is no other power but the Most High. We have no other way but to come together. And we see here with the Most High, you understand, is doing what needs to be done, so that the children of Israel can be successful in the battle that has to come. Salakia, without anything.
Yes, Salakia, sir. And just as I bring out as I said, all these the Lord made their hearts hard against the children of Israel, right? And it even go on to say that every one of them Israel meet, right? Except for the inhabitants of Gibeon. All of them, right, met Israel with war, none of them with peace. Right? And it's showing you the kind of minds that these other nations have towards the children of Israel.
That's right.
Right? And just like I say, even up to today, you understand, none of them meeting the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man with peace. Everybody is war. Right? Everybody is to bring oppression upon the black man. Right? And that is what the Lord had to get rid of them, right? Even as it's written in history here.
That's a repetition. In Christ, we continue the reading. The book of Joshua, chapter 12 and verse 3. Wahayabar Salakia. Wahairab. Aida. Yum. Kanarawa. Mazaraka. Wa'aida. Yum. Wa'airab. Yum. Hamala. Mazaraka. Darak. Wayab. Ayashanawa. Wamata Yaman. Takat. Ashadawa. Hapasaga. Verse 4. Wagadat. Salakia. Wagabalawa. Salakia. Wagabawa. Iwab. Makal. Habashan. Mayathara. Arapa Ayam. Ayawabasha. Salakia. Hawasha. Ba'aisha Rathawa. Wabahada Ba'ayam. Verse 5. Wamashah. Baha. Karamanawa. Wabasala. Wabakal. Habashan. Aida. Gabawal. Warari. Agasha. Waraya. Wahamai. Kataya. Wakatazaya. Agala Aida. Gabawala. Sayakawa. Malak. Kashabawa. Verse 6. Mashah. Ibada Yahweh. Wabanya Yasha'ala. Hakawan. Wayatan. Mashah Ibada Yahweh. Yarasha. Larawa Banya. Walagadiya. Walakatazaya. Shabbat. Amanash. Verse 7. Wa'ala. Laqiya. Ha'arataza Asha. Hakan. Yahushai. Wabanya. Yasha'ala. Ba'aiba. Hayaradan. Yama. Maba'aila. Gada. Mabakwa Aifa. Elabanyawa. Wa'aida. Hahara. Hakalakwa. Ha'aila. Aishayara. Wayata. Yahushai. Lashabathia. Yasha'ala. Yarasha. Kamakala Kwa Thum. Verse 8. Bahara. Warasha. Iraba. Wabashah the Waf, Wabama the Ba, Wabana Gab, Hakataya, Haashaya, Salakia, Haamaria, Wahakan Salakia, Waha Kana Ainaya, Haparazia, Hakawaya, Wahaya Bawa Yakaraya Kaw, Akad, Bala, Aya Asha, Matazawad, Salaki Matazad, Allah, Kad.
The book of Joshua, chapter 12 and verse 3. And from the plain of the sea of Chinnereth on the east, and unto the sea of the plain, even to the salt sea of the east, the way of Bethjeshma, and from the south under I.S.U.P.K. Verse 4. And the coast of Og, king of Bashan, which was of the remnant of the giants that dwelt at Asherah and at Edrei. Verse 5. And reigned in the mount of Hermon, and in Salcah, and in all Bashan, unto the border of the Girgashites, and the Machachites, and half Gilead, the border of Sihon, king of Heshbon. Verse 6. Them did Moses, the servant of the Lord, and the children of Israel smite, and Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave it for a possession unto the Reubenites and the Gadites, and half the tribe of Manasseh. Verse 7. And these are the kings of the country which Joshua and the children of Israel smote on this side Jordan on the west, from Balgad in the valley of Lebanon, even unto the Mount Halak that goeth up to Seir, which Joshua gave unto the tribes of Israel for a possession, according to their divisions. Verse 8. In the mountains, and in the valleys, and in all plains, and in the springs, and in the wilderness, and in the south country, the Hittites, the Amorites, and the Canaanites, the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, the king of Jericho, 1, the king of Ai, which is beside Bethel, 1.
All right, so you've seen once more, begin to see the amount of war that the children of Israel had to fight in order to receive the promised land. There was no walk in the park, there was no magic, it wasn't, no CBDB. You understand? They had to go to war, and they had to be disciplined, you understand, to get it done and follow the commands of the Most High. You understand? Being led by first initially Moses, then Joshua. You understand? Led the assault on all these nations, to take these nations, you understand, and utterly destroy them. And even when you read high up, you understand, where you talk about in verse 1 and verse 1, 2, coming down, you will actually see, you understand, these nations, right? Let me look at verse 2, right? Verse 2 says, Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt in Heshbon, and ruled over Aroer, which is upon the bank of the river Aron, from the middle of the river, from a half Gilead, even unto the river Jabbok, which bordered the children of Ammon. This particular king, this Amorite king, understand, when you look lower down in the scriptures, when you look at Ruth, you understand the story of Ruth, you get to understand all these areas was taken away, you understand, from these nations, right? And the inheritance was given what? To the children of Israel, was given to the Gadites, you have the Reubenites, and you have tribe of Manasseh. And that was one of the areas. That initial area belonged to the children of Ammon. Then the Amorites took it over. Then the children of Israel come and take it from the children of the Amorites. You understand? And later down, you'll get to understand why these names were so important, because it was shown in the story of Ruth, you understand, that Ruth was not a Moabite. You understand? All these lands were lands that were conquered at different times by different people. And when the children of Israel came and took it over, some of the lands kept the names. Some of the names and some of the plains and some of the areas, the names did not change. So as you're going along, you get to understand the history that took place and who was living in those areas at that time. It's a lot here. So we'll continue the reading in the book of Joshua chapter 12 and verse 10. Wakal, Ariyah, Sayakawan, Malak, Amaria, Isha, Malak, Bakashabawan, Aida, Gabawala, Banya, Aimawan, verse 11. Wahagala Aida, Wagadabawala, Hagasha, Waraya, Wahama I Kayathaya, Hara, Karamawan, Wakal, Habashawan, Selake Habashana, Selake Habashan, Aida, Shalaka, verse 12. Kal, Mama Lakathawa, Iwa, Babashan, Asha, Malak, Aishata Rawath, Waba'ada Ra'aya, Hawa'a, Nasha'ara, Mayatara, Harapa'ayam, Wayakam, Nasha, Wayarashawa, verse 13, Wala'a, Ra Yeshawa, Banya, Yasha'ala, Hagashawan Raya, Wata, Hama'ai Kataya, Wayasha, Yashawo, Wama'ai Kath, Bakorab, Yasha'ala, Aida, Hayawam, Azaha, verse 14, Rakwa, Lashabat, Lashabat, Halawaya, La'a, Nathan, Nakal, Ashiya, Yahawa, Alahaya, Yasha'ala, Hawa'a, Nakalatowa, Ha'asha, Daba, Lawa, verse 15, Wayatan, Masha, Lamata, Banya, Ra'awaban, Lamasha, Pata, 16, Wayahaya, Laham, Gahabawala, Ma'irawa, Awa, Asha, Ai, Shapat, Nakal, Aranawan, Wa Ha'aya, Asha, Batwaka, Anaka, Wakal, Mayash, Mayada, Mayadaba. Yes.
The book of Joshua, chapter 12, and verse 10. The king of Jerusalem, 1. The king of Hebron, 1. The king of Jarmuth, 1. The king of Lachish, 1. The king of Elgon, 1. The king of Giza, 1. The king of Deber, 1. The king of Gedar, 1. The king of Homar, 1. The king of Arad, 1. The king of Libnah, 1. The king of Dulam, 1. The king of Mekedah, 1. The king of Bethel, 1. That's the next.
All right, so this was just listing all the kings that the nation of Israel encountered. Right? So we continue the reading the book of Joshua chapter 12 and verse 17. Malak, Tapawaka, Akkad, Malak, Kapa, Akkad, Malak, Apakwa, Akkad, Malak, Lasharawan, Akkad. It's 19. Malak, Madawan, Akkad, Malak, Katazarawa, Akkad. It's 20. Malak, Shamarawa, Ma'arawan, Akkad, Malak, Akashap, Akkad, verse 21. Malak, Ta'ainawa, Akkad, Malak, Magadawa, Akkad, Malak, Padash, Akkad, Malak, Yakona, Aima, Lakamara, Mal, Akkad, verse 23. Malak, the war, Lanapath, Awar, Akkad, Malak, Gawayam, Lagal, Akkad, verse 24. Malak, Tazarat, Taratazat, Akkad, Malakiam, Shalashiam, or Akkad. Yeah, I think that's
the book of Joshua chapter 12 and verse 17. The king of Tapua, 1. The king of Hepha, 1. The king of I.S.U.P.K, 1. The king of Lasharon, 1. The king of Madon, 1. The king of Pizar, 1. The king of Shemoron, 1. The king of Akshap, 1. The king of Tanak, 1. The king of Medigo, 1. The king of Kadesh, 1. The king of Jonekam of Carmel, 1. Verse 23. The king of Dior in the host of Dior, 1. The king of the nations of Gigal, 1. The king of Tazar, 1. All the kings, 30 and 1.
So again, this is just a list of all the kings. You understand that presented that the children of Israel had to fight. You understand? At that time, and going through that process, you understand, they became very skilled at war. Fighting all these battles. You understand? Receiving instruction from the Most High. This was the training ground that the children of Israel had to go through to get and to take, you understand, the promised land that was given as a promise to the forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So that here,
So that yes, if I may, and just add to be saying and that only showing you why the scripture say the Lord is a man of war, right? Different kings of all the different nations came up against Israel, and because Israel had the counsel of the Most High with them, right? They were able to defeat all these nations. So I just wanted to add that to about it.
As we continue reading. As we continue, book of Joshua chapter 12. I think verse 24. Yeah, Malak, Karakatizah, Akkad, Kal, Malakiyam, Shalashiyam, Wa Akkad. Book of Joshua chapter 13 and verse 1. Wa Yahushai, Zaquan, Ba'a, Wa Yam, Wa Amarwa, Yahweh, Alahayawa, Zakonatha, Ba'ata, Wa Yam, Wa Arataza, Shanash, Nasha'ara, Hakara, Ma'ada, Larashaf, verse 2. Za Ata, Ha'arataza, and Sha'ara, Lakaf, Galayawala, Salakia, Gala, Yalawa, Apalasha Thayam, Waraya, verse 3. Man, Ashaya Kana Kawa, Asha, Ad, Panya, Matazarayan, Wa'ida, Gabawala, Aikorawan, Tazapawan, Lakana Ainaya, Takashab, Kamashata, Saranaya, Palashatayam, Ha'izataya, Wa'asha, Dawadaya, Ha'asha Palawanaya, Agataya, Hawa'ai, Korawaniya, Waha Iwanayam, verse 4. Matayan Yamawan, Kal, Aratazar, Akana Inaya, Wama'ira, Asha, Latazaya Dayaham, Aida, Apakwa, Aida, Gabawala, Ha'amararia, verse 5. Waharatazar, Hagabalawaya, Wakal, Anyawan, Mazarat, Hashamash, Bama'ila, Gad, Rakata, Hara, Karamawa, Aida, Labalawa, Kamath.
The book of Joshua, chapter 13 and verse 1. Now Joshua was old and stricken in years, and the Lord said unto him, Thou art old and stricken in years, and there remaineth yet very much land to be possessed. Verse 2. This is the land that yet remaineth, all the borders of Philistine and of Jeshurun. Verse 3. From Seir, which is before Egypt, even unto the borders of Ekron northward, which is counted as the Canaanite. 5 lords of the Philistines, the Gazites, and the Ashodites, and the Escolites, and the Gittites, and the Ekronites, also the Avites. Verse 4, from the south, all the land of the Canaanites, and Mirah is beside the Sidonians, unto I.S.U.P.K, to the borders of the Amorites. Verse 5, and the land of the Gibeonites, and all Lebanon toward the sunrising, from Belgal under the Mount Hermon unto the entering into Hamath. Verse 6, all the inhabitants of the hill country of Lebanon unto Merespotiam, and all the Sidonians, them will I drive out from before the children of Israel. Only divide thou it by lot unto the Israelites for an inheritance, as I have commanded thee. Now therefore divide this land for an inheritance unto the 9.5 tribe of Manasseh.
So we see here once more, you understand, Joshua now reaching this stage, you understand, where he is old, and it is, as you want to say, stricken age, which means you're not just old, but you reach that point where you can't be that man who was used to be. You can't go out and fight, you can't go out and, be outside there like always doing all these years, fighting and battling, and you need to keep up. You understand? I don't know, possibly, you understand, you reach that point where, as most persons who age after a while, they can't walk properly, you start to get different ailments, all these different things that affect, your body. And this is the time when the Most High talking to Joshua and let him know, hey, you still have a lot of areas to conquer, all these kings, all these African kings, you understand, and these areas to conquer. And he's letting them know that all these areas still he's going to carry into the hands of the children of Israel. You understand? All he has to do is that what, to distribute this land by lot unto the children of Israel. So that brings us to the end of the service. And then we would say I.M.A.D.I.U.M, which means to stand.
La Yashala to Israel.
Sir. Imagine opening up for down, which should be right and face east, south, which means to turn.
We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayah, Wadash, Kaya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Aya, Aisha, Baratiza, Kawa, Aya, Shemayah, Nathan and Nawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Masalakna, Watna, Masalakna, Watna, Wala'a, Tabianawa, Nasai Abal, Shino, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wakaparat, I.W.L.O.M, Aman.
In English, what we just said is our Father, which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day daily bread. And forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
We're going to see Hakaka, the power in Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba-Shem, Yahushai, the thunder now, Hakak, Larabah, Kalmakal, Kalmano, Hakak, Ata, Mazariah, Hakak, Lahakwe, Amate, Hakak, Irakawat, Atamayala, Lavarashem, Ba-Shem, Yahushai, to Wada Aman.
The power in English, Yahweh. The name of Yahushua. Please give us the power. For to heal all manner of sickness, all manner of disease. For to cleanse the leper. For to raise the dead. For against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
We're going to say the blessed Israel in Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba-Shem, Yahushai, Raklanau, Ba-Shal, Habayat, Pari, Rak, Magan, Ba-Shem, Yahushai, to Wada Aman.
In English, we said, Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless he, she, protect our love.
In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. We're going to say Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Ashar, Ayanya, Al-Harayam, Mahayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ayam, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Aratiza, Ayatan, Amawat, Ragalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Mala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Yashala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Ayad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Ashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Ayarak, Ayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Kalrai, Yashama, Atnaspaka, Yahweh, Yashama, Tazaka, Wawaka, Ma'aita, Iwalam.
In English, Psalm 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill. Whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. Will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel. Neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. This time forth, even forevermore.
We're going to say Psalms 18 in Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Wabayaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Ay-Maka, Ira Yamwa, Sawada, Bayata, Aitazawo, Aitazapawanka, Amarka, Lakawa, Wanakadayam, Magawia, Wala'a, Yazaka, Sham Yasha'al, Aiwada, Kaya, Aitazawo, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Mariat, Yakaratwa, Alahaya, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawaba, Wahabarium, Babal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashat, Aimeshabi, Tazawo, Gamashuro, Nalawo, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabuan, Banakal, Koyaswan, Nashamadwa, Bayanda Ira, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadaya Mawa, Kaira, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazalmanai, Nasayakamwa, Asha, Amaru, Nairasha, Lanawa, Atwa, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Lapanya Rabaka, Taradakma, Masaraika, Wabawasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayaba Kwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayaba Halwa, Ayi, Waya Kaparwa, Waya Abadwa, Waya Adaiwa, Ayata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labaka, Ayawan, Alkaha, Arataza.
We're going to say something in English. Keep not silent to God.
Keep not silent to God.
Hold on thy peace.
And hold on thy peace.
And be not still,
and be not still,
for lo, thy enemies make it a mark.
Thy enemies make it a mark.
They that hate thee,
and they that hate thee,
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
Consulted
against thy hidden
ones.
They have said,
come
and let us cut them off.
Come and let us cut them off.
From being a nation.
In the name of
Israel.
In the name of Israel.
No more remember.
No more remember.
They have consulted together.
They have consulted together.
One consent.
They are confederate against. They are confederate against.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
Moab. And Havarine. Baal. Ammon. Amalek. And the Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur. Also joined with them. They are called for children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them. Unto the Midianites. As to Sisera, as to Jabin, and the brook of Kissel, which perished at Endor, became a dung for the earth. Their nobles, like Horeb, like Zeb, yea, all the princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God, in possession, oh my God, make them like a weed, and stumble before the wind, the fire burned in the wood, the flames entered among the fire, so persecuted their tempest, make them afraid.
And make them afraid
with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may see thy name alone. Let them be confounded. And troubled forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, and the Most High, over all the good. Psalm. So we're going to give 156 salute. Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah. This concludes the service.